Welcome to Chris and Carlette Live, a podcast about life, love, and overcoming obstacles. Each week, we discuss the good, the bad, and the indifferent of life's interruptions. Now, here's your host, Chris and Carlette.
Keep believing, don't go stressing, keep it moving. God, we're resting, here to help you, here to bless you. With God on our side, CNC Live.
All right, we are live and in techno color. And you are texting at the beginning of the show.
I am so sorry. Please forgive me.
You're not engaged with your viewers.
Yes, I am. I am.
Well, this is the Chris show tonight.
It probably is too tonight.
Man, I tell you. We want to welcome Carlette. What are you doing?
Responded to somebody that just called me that I asked to call me.
Okay, well,
I
we're
didn't know
live
their
on the
number.
show.
We're live.
Yes, we're live.
Man.
And we're on the show
We're
live.
on the show.
Greetings to all our loved ones and our guests. We want to welcome you to the Chris and Carlette live show.
Probably just a Chris show tonight, but go ahead.
No, I'm a bit tired, jet lagged.
Are you really?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have been so jet lagged if it wasn't for the gentleman behind me that was snoring.
Well, listen.
For a 4-hour trip.
Like I told you, it was probably better him than you, because then they would be complaining about you. But I know when you get into that certain mode, you can care less. You in first class, listen, you pay for that.
Hey, hold up. You gonna put all my business out there?
I'm sorry.
Wait.
It was
Wait,
a blessing.
Let's go back to the voice memo.
The voice memo. What are you talking about?
You forgot about the
Oh,
voice?
dude, come on. Really? What does that have to do with anything?
Because you snore too.
When I'm really tired.
No.
Well, I'm in a season of
snoring.
Come on, really?
I was just
Don't cut up today.
That's ammunition.
Maybe tomorrow, but don't cut up today.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. So
But yeah, so I went out.
I'm happy to have you back home.
I'm happy to be home. I left Thursday night, arrived in the great city of Los Angeles, California at a little after 9. Had to get my car. They then, in turn, asked me if I wanted to Well, no, I inquired about it because it's Enterprise, and sometimes they give you upgrades. So she said, "Oh, I can give you this Mustang or this Charger for $40 extra."
I mean, you was living it. You was the man.
So I went ahead and took up that offer.
Hey.
And they gave me a convertible Mustang. Bam.
Can't tell you nothing. You was living the dream. It was all a dream. Okay.
Okay. Wow. Where did that come from?
My college days.
Oh, yeah. I would have loved to known you back in your college days.
I wonder why. I am fun. I am a fun person. Just because I don't engage in some things, I am a fun person. People love me, don't y'all? Tell me.
It's that camera right there.
They love me. Tell me. You like being around me. And if you don't know, find out. Hello?
Oh, I thought you was about to say, and if you don't know, now you know. That's another part
I could
of
have
the
went
song.
there,
Yeah.
but I wasn't adding fuel to your fire. So anyway, you're back.
I'm back.
You did some very nice things while you were there.
I did.
You went on purpose.
Yes, I had a mission.
Yes, you did, and you accomplished it. And
First mission, so when I got there, I arrived. I went to work. Believe it or not, did I have a picture of that? No, I did not. So I went to work. Work at a building. I work for a bank.
Yeah, you do.
We have two buildings. Well, we have several buildings, but two actually that are towers downtown Los Angeles.
Hey, Brother Cordell.
And so I went to work, and then three other individuals. We went out to dinner. We went to Nick and something.
Okay.
They sell steak. It was very good. So we talked.
That picture of that steak, it wasn't really like, ooh, I wish I was there.
Yeah. I mean, it was decent. You know, I've had better.
Okay.
Like at House down in Buckhead.
Yeah, House is good.
Yeah, House is good.
But I love Fleming's.
Oh, I've never been to Fleming's.
We need to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who you been to Fleming's with? Taking you too long.
With the Dream Center.
Oh, okay.
And with Sherelle.
Okay. Just as long as there ain't no man.
Anyway, so on.
I did that. That was fun. So the next day, what did we do? I got up and then I had to go shopping for you and the children.
Now, see, I didn't know he was going to do that. I didn't. I did not know. I'm glad he did because, you know, the fashion district downtown is amazing. So I didn't know he was going to do that.
Regardless, anytime I go to Los Angeles, you always want something. So point blank, period. So I did that, and then we got together with some more friends,
Chloe's godparents.
Chloe's godparents, Nick and Shalia, and my good friend Marvin Johnson, Esquire.
Did you get with TJ while you were there?
No, TJ's too busy for me now.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he's too busy.
That's our friend. That's Uncle TJ to the kids. So, you know, let me say this. Now, we moved to California. We were there for about 4 years, and I don't have to go back. Seriously. And if I do, I want to be in and out 2 days, if that long. I can go shopping, say hi to a couple of people, and get back on the plane and come back home. You know, it started off good. It didn't end good for me while we lived there.
I think it was just, I think it was your perception had changed just because of how far out we lived. If we lived closer to.
Them folks is trifling if you live near or far. I said it.
Maybe don't say it. So it's people, your friends are from.
I'm not talking about my friends. I'm talking about the culture. I'm talking about the understanding, the mindset. Okay, you ain't like what I said.
Everybody's mindset is to get their hustle on. That's why people.
I don't like that.
I was trying to get my hustle on.
It's a way to do it with integrity.
You can do that too. You just had some bad experiences, but that doesn't mark the whole entire state.
And then I didn't want that environment for my children. That culture, that hustle, that everything. If you lifted up a spoon I'm in the industry, what you do? I lift spoons. I mean, it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're networking.
Okay.
Just like when you're a nurse. Hey, I work for this hospital. My hospital is giving a $10,000 bonus for COVID.
That's true.
Yeah. So what's the difference between that and California?
You're helping people.
You are helping people. You're creating art, whether it be on video or on stills or painting. You're creating art.
Don't get me wrong. I said it started off good. I loved it in the beginning. I mean, guys, every time we walked out the door, it felt like you were on a vacation until you had to show up at work. I mean, you go, and then a certain part of the year, you walk out the door and you can smell roses, okay? And then, I mean, it was nothing to have a fruit tree in your backyard, whether it be lemons, oranges, grapefruit. I had a coworker that would bring in grapefruit for everybody. Grapefruit off the tree tastes different from what we getting up in this grocery store, and I'm telling you the truth. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fruit stands on the corner.
Yes, I miss those. Honestly, there is no reason to be overweight in California.
Let's go back right quick. So
okay.
We're gonna go back. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my son. I am so godly proud of him.
I believe you.
he did such an excellent job while his father was gone from the media ministry.
He's you all over again. I told you that.
I was talking to someone today, and they said he's really good. This is like his only. This is his probably second time. He did a little of the first time, but it was like off and on because I was trying to show him. This was his second time really doing it. Directing is what I'm saying, and calling the shots for the church, putting up the lower thirds and all that. So, I'm just like, and the young lady said he's a natural.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can really get it if this is something that he wanted to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, wow,
I mean, maybe it can be a side thing.
Yeah, maybe so.
You know,
when I'm not there, he takes my place.
well, I'm talking. I'm beyond that.
Oh well, yeah.
But
I'm
he's
just
on
saying.
his own.
Yeah, he can move out. Hey, he can move out to California, or
California don't have him hooked like that.
Okay, well, he can do something in the live events arena.
As long as he in a major city
Mm-hmm.
with a good strong network, television network, or something.
I might
like
try
that.
to get him hooked up with Steve as an intern.
Steve who?
My friend Steve.
And where does Steve live?
Steve, who I rent equipment from sometimes here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
No. Oh.
Yeah. So I might do that. What do you think?
I'm all for it. He wants to, instead of, and there's nothing wrong with it, going to another grocery store, or he would prefer to be doing what he was doing. He's techie just like his daddy.
And so while we were out there, okay, so now I just want to put that out there. I was godly proud of my son.
Mm-hmm.
He touched my heart.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you, they all took care of me while you were gone.
Yeah.
And whatever responsibility you gave them, they did it.
Oh, really? They did?
Oh, yeah. Chloe kept telling me, I got to help you cook. I got to help you do laundry. I got to help you.
Oh, wow.
Seriously.
So I tell Christian, I said, Christian, when I'm gone, you're the man of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Then I tell Chloe, she's the woman of the house, and says Christian has to oversee everything.
Under me.
Chloe has to help cook, fuss, and do laundry. Fuss is her gift, though. And then Evan, he has to do whatever, just make sure everything still falls in line. So that was that. So, but I had an interesting event to occur on Friday night in California. Never seen it in my life. They say it happens in Atlanta. They say it happens everywhere. I never experienced this before. I was so scared. So I'm coming from dinner, and I'm driving down this street in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on my way to our family member's house. And all of a sudden, I notice I pull up to the probably about 3-4 car lengths from the stoplight. I notice people gathering on the sides of the street and on the curbs. They're parking their cars. Then they just start parking their cars in the middle of the street.
Mm.
And so, like, I'm sleepy and I'm boxed in, and I'm like, oh, so I almost had like a panic attack. Like, what's really going on?
Mm-hmm.
So I then proceeded to just chill. I was about to call the police.
I'm so glad you didn't.
But so all of a sudden you just heard this sound, like these high-powered cars.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, they just start doing donuts in the middle of the intersection.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, my God.
Did they start drag racing?
No, they weren't drag racing. They were just doing donuts.
Oh, wow.
Going round and round. And it was like crowds of folks in the circle around them. So, like, if the car lost control,
somebody can get hit.
They could have got killed.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was folks. It looked like the Rodney King event. Folks was all up on the light poles and on the buildings watching. They were popping fireworks. And then so I got the courage. It was this young dude, 18 years old, like just chilling on his car. Went up to him and started talking to him about it. And he was like, yeah, this happens all the time. This is – so what they do is they go from intersection to intersection, wherever, like out to Compton or Northridge or whatever, And so it's like this thing where they just do it until the police come.
And then they do what?
And then they move to another location. So they'll announce, like, when they're about to close everything down for that, for like when say the police are coming, then they'll announce at that time where they're going to go.
They have to have an insider. They have to have an insider.
No, it's just one person that's like.
No, I'm talking about to let them know the police are coming. There's an
No,
insider.
they hear it.
Oh, just the sirens?
Yeah, they just hear the sirens because the police can only get so far. Because for about maybe a quarter of a mile, cars were behind me.
Oh wow,
that's how many. Like on each street, like
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And so they can't get through unless you move your car.
Oh man. Okay, and so then they do it word of mouth.
So then they do a word of mouth, and then everybody just rushes and goes to the next
to the
corner.
next location. And see, my only thing is, how do they not know the police officer is not following them? So they must disperse in a certain way. So
well, I don't know if you could really arrest those people that.
Not arrest, but go with them to the next location.
I don't know. I guess you could. They could follow.
I mean,
but it might be out their jurisdiction.
I'm not trying to get them caught.
So this is what it was. Let me show you. Let me play a clip. I get the
you had no choice. You had no choice but to participate in this. It's almost like you were at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
If you were detained or right place at the right time. So here's what's crazy. We were there 4 years. I believe that.
Christian was excited when I sent him the clip.
Oh, really? Well, that's his thing. That's his thing.
I don't know if Evan saw it. But yeah, so that was that. Then I hooked up,
So this show is really a recap of your weekend.
That is my boy, Marvin Marv.
There he is. That's the bishop. We
Beverly
call him
Hills.
Bishop Millionfold.
Yeah, Bishop Million.
He kept telling me the whole time what I was missing. So I would have like he said, yeah, we got Mustangs, we got this. I said, well, we got convertibles too, but they're all Mercedes and BMWs.
Right.
He said, we got ambulance. I said, well, we have medical transporters.
So I wanted to segue. That was
okay. Can I put this disclaimer out? Let me just say this.
Yes.
I thank God for the experience. We were sent, if nothing else, for you. But I was blessed. California changed the direction of my career, getting into insurance. I got into an industry in nursing that I didn't know I could get into. And I'm still in it. And I like it. So I'm grateful. But it was like, okay, enough is enough for me. And then at the same time, your parents were getting sick. It was just, it all came to me. It all came to a head at one time, which let me just tell you all, what you're hearing is part of our next book. You're really hearing part of our next book. So I don't want to give too much detail.
So I wanted to talk about tonight, pursuing your dreams.
Oh yeah, this is definitely your show.
Oh, you got dreams and aspirations?
I've had some, and yeah, they've been done. And I have more.
Yeah, you still got more. So this is about you too. So I wanted to read this though. Like, it's like when you read the Bible, and if I wanted to just pick one scripture out of the Bible, you're about to yarn. It's hard to just pick that one because you're trying to get the context of what. So like I read the scripture. So it's like Psalms 37 and 4. But I wanted to get the context, so I went up to the verse 1. Verse 1 was good. Verse 2 was good. Verse 3 and so forth. So it's like I'll start off at let's start off at 3.
Okay, what is your book?
This is
chapter?
I said Psalms 37.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Psalms 37 verse 4. It says, verse 3, let's start it. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shall thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed.
Mm-hmm.
Delight, this is the key verse. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Commit thy way unto the Lord.
Yes.
Trust also in him. He shall bring it to pass.
Mm-hmm.
That was like key.
Yep. You have trust in him.
And he'll bring it to pass.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, my dream had always been growing up, I wanted to work in a big city and go down work downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, when we moved to Indianapolis, I'm like, nah, this ain't it, you know. And when we moved to
it was a
Atlanta,
good start.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, I wanted to work, like, to say I work downtown, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so like you're waiting, and it's like, God, where are you? This is the desire of my heart. I want to work downtown. I want to work around a bunch of high rises.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to work in the film industry. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be a nurse. I want to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was like, okay, God, where are you? You said you give me the desires of my heart, but people don't read. They just read verse 3, but they don't read verse 4. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give you. They don't read verse 5, which says, commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Mm-hmm. That bring it to pass was when we moved to Los Angeles, where I wanted to be in the film. I got like 2-3-fold. I got work downtown, mm-hmm. in the office building, mm-hmm. then start working more and more in the film industry, mm-hmm. and then working around the affluent.
Mm-hmm. You do, mm-hmm.
And it was just like, wow, all that just came to pass. So now it's like your desire is, I believe, your pathway to what you want to do in life.
That's good.
Where God gives you the desire. You have the desire. He shall give you the desires of your heart. So the desires are in your heart, and if you just commit unto him, then he'll bring it to pass. So like, what else? It's just multiple things. So I just wanted to encourage also the viewers that, although things may seem bleak now, that just keep trusting in him and keep those desires and pursue your dreams.
And here's the other thing. Although we're gone, you're still there. Yeah. You still have a job there.
Yeah.
You can go. If they call a quarterly meeting, you're there, and then they pay for it. And then you can stay extra days, enjoy yourself, get your fix. Terry said it. She said the phrase, I trust God, has become a colloquialism. People really don't trust God. I agree with you, Terry. But there are some, they have it. It's like, it's your way of life. I think about the scripture that says the just shall live by faith. Mm-hmm. So if you're not living by faith, are you still just? Mm-hmm. The just shall live by faith. What you think about that, Terry? Mm-hmm. The just shall live. I think about that scripture. I do. And it's almost like, for me, being in faith it's yes, it can be trying. I love how Evangelist McWhorter at church, she said, be obedient even if you got to do it scared, and do it with tears in your eyes, and share. And because I'm thinking about her, and when she said it, do it scared, but long as you do it, is being obedient, because along with that trust is obedience. Mm-hmm. And then I love how she said, if you're sitting up here and God told you to do something, and then you make the statement, I got to pray about it. She said, now that is, she was like, how are you going to sit up and say, I got to pray about it? And he done flat out told you. And he told, I got it. What are you going to pray to him? What? Okay, Is it to maybe undo what he said? What you praying about?
Yeah.
What you praying about? I mean, when she said that hit, I was like, ooh.
But I mean, as far as just pursuing your dreams, I mean, it's like we have dreams that become wasted. And what I mean by that is we don't believe that they will come to pass. You know what I mean? We have wasted dreams. We don't have the faith that our dreams are going to come to pass. So, like, if I was like, okay, you know, I'm not going to move to a big city, but my dream is to move to a big city. It's kind of like they're butting heads, and so your dream just get passed by the wayside because you don't have the faith. You don't have the desire leaves, I should say.
Let me tell you, it was so funny. I grew up in a small town, population 23,000, primarily. My dream growing up was to live. This was my dream: live in Indianapolis. I was going to be a nurse, and I was going to be married to a doctor because I was going to work in his practice. I was going to support my husband.
None of that.
I ain't get none of that. I got the nurse part though. I did live in Indianapolis though, and I became a nurse in Indianapolis. All right, and so that to me was big. Making it to the Circle City, that was big. If anybody moved to Indianapolis, you know, that was big for us people, us Hoosiers. And then we got there, and that became like our training ground to the next level in ministry.
But for me, Indianapolis wasn't a big city that I wanted. I was thinking about more like the Chicago.
I know. See, you went there. I went to Chicago mainly for church. There was some tourism and shopping done, but our main focus most times going to Chicago for me was church related. We had some in visitation. I mean, but one was more than the other. Going to Chicago was big for me. Believe it or not, now it still is. I still Chicago. There is no skyline like Chicago.
No,
there is no. Now Atlanta skyline is beautiful. L.A. it ain't. It's all right, but that
it's becoming. Kinda.
Yeah, but it's not a Chicago or Atlanta.
Now the sky. Wait. Now the photo that they always show of the city, and then you have the mountains behind it. That's a nice skyline. But yeah, so New York is too busy.
Very busy.
I haven't been. I mean, Charlotte. No.
Charlotte is beautiful. Just a beautiful landscape and the trees and the clean air. Charlotte is beautiful. We actually prayed to live in if that was in the will of God for us, and no, it wasn't. Matter of fact, that's when we got the word of us moving here.
But we're talking about.
But my point was, after so many years of Indianapolis, we started to exist. I think each move we got to a bigger and bigger city, and just purpose and living out dreams and the dream coming to pass in steps. If we would have went straight from Indianapolis to California, I don't think we would have lasted 2 years. No. Atlanta prepared us. Atlanta to me is a small
Indianapolis
version.
prepared us for Marietta. All of our
steps. Yeah, everything. Yeah, for the next step. Each city prepared us for the next. It really did. And I'm grateful for it all. Yeah.
And all that was because, the dreams that we have. So, like, for example, I was kind of joking, but I wasn't.
What?
So, when I went to California, when I went to LA this past weekend, I'm like, hey, I'm going to
I saw that. The second house.
My second house in Beverly Hills. And how come you can't dream that?
You can.
That's what I'm saying. So you can have a second home in
you'll be a Beverly Hillbilly though. We're not bougie, Chris.
You'll be a Beverly Hillbilly too.
We're not bougie, Chris. We're not. We like to. We love on people. We do.
Carlette.
I am not bougie. And you know what gets me? Bougie folks in California. Okay, I am not about to go there.
Wait a minute.
I'm not about to go there. Y'all have to hear that in a private conversation.
Wait a minute.
What they got to do with anything?
That's bougie champagne.
It is, Chris. We are not bougie people. We're not.
I'm not bougie.
I'm not either. I'm not. There's a difference between a standard and bougie. That's two different things. I am not bougie. No, I'm not. Don't try to get nobody on the phone. Do not try to get anybody on the phone for them to say, yes, you are. No, I'm not. And you can say, yes, you are. I'm not. I know, no, I'm not. Anyway, let's get back. So each city got us to the next. And I mean, sometimes it felt like I was living in your dream. And don't get me wrong, the ride what it is and was exciting. And I've been blessed along the way. And I've acquired some dreams of my own. Who is this? Oh, really? Really?
Hello. Let me see.
It's on mute.
Hold on 1 second, sir.
See, y'all, he gonna have somebody to call in.
Hello. Wait. Hold on.
The Bluetooth is that one, but it's on mute.
Hold on. Let me.
I hear.
Wait a minute. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, we have you live on Chris and Carlette's show.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Now
we're about to have a whole argument.
This is my friend Marvin, who I hung out with.
I'm ready for him. I'm ready
this
for him.
past weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and
I'll put my business out there.
Yeah, we hung out. So we hung out. Okay, now, dang. Marvin.
Yes. How you gonna put my business out there? Right.
What business? He ain't say that. He said he just hung out with you.
Oh, no, really?
Oh, okay. You know what?
All right, but Marvin. Okay, so we're talking about pursuing your
bougie. Yeah.
Really?
I'm calling to confirm bougie.
Please tell me how I'm bougie. I want to know, because I am not. I know I'm not. Baby, I can tell you some bougie offline. I can tell you that.
Marvin. When you look up bougie,
it's not true. And you see Marvin he has no examples,
okay.
no evidence.
You're not bougie.
Don't even use that other
bougie ghetto.
No, there is no ghetto in me. So you better fix that.
Okay, let me get somebody else on the phone.
No. I am not Terrence. I'm still waiting for the evidence. What? Just to say, oh, you're this, and you have no evidence.
Terrence
you have
said, "What's
examples.
up, Marvin?"
You have no examples of this.
So
come on, Marvin, I'm waiting. Come on, Cletus.
Come on, Cletus. Okay, Christian bougie.
Oh, whatever.
So Marvin, okay, so we're talking about, since she doesn't want to admit that she's bougie.
'Cause I'm not.
We're talking about pursuing your dreams, okay? And I know we're gonna have to raise an offering for you later, but can you just can you give us like an example or just like a word based on pursuing your dreams and how that has affected you, and like not so much like a testimony, but just like how to encourage the people.
Thank you, Lady Bell. Thank you.
Just give us a quick, however you're led by the Lord, I guess I should say.
First of all, how did I get put on the spot like this?
Because you have to be ready in season and out of season.
Well, if I could say this, in pursuing your dreams, let's start off being focused on what those goals are. in pursuing. So you know how to direct your pursuit.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, that's focus. That's good. That's good.
See, you know what this show then turned into. Basically.
Hey, Marvin, could you tell us more about being out of the will of the Lord when it comes to your dreams? I'm not.
Really?
No, I'm just talking.
Okay.
No.
I'll see y'all later. Come on, Chloe. Let's go. This is the Chris show.
She walking
I'm
off.
done
She
for
walking
tonight.
off.
See y'all next week
Wait,
when we talk about the
No,
book.
He
No,
said
I'm
no.
hanging up. I'm hanging up.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
I dropped my bomb.
Wait,
But
what bomb is that? What bomb is that?
that was encouraging people as to how to pursue their dreams. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I agree. I think everybody should pursue their dreams. But you got to plan for your dream.
You got to plan and be focused.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's key. Write it down. Old school. Write it down.
Make it plain.
Write the vision. Make it plain. Because otherwise, you could be all over the place, running in circles, and confusing yourself and those that you're trying to pull in to help you. You got to have focus and be directed.
Yeah. No, that was good. That's good. Well, man, I won't hold you long. I just wanted to.
We'll talk after. We're going to call you up the show, so keep your ringer on.
Right. Right. So we can go back to bougie because I got to finish this.
All right. I'll talk to you.
All right. Blessings.
All right. Bless you. So, yeah. But no, I just wanted to encourage the people about just pursuing your dream. It just has to be where you almost have to like fight for it in the sense. Well, I don't want to say fight because the Lord said He'd bring it to pass, but the thought of it and not get discouraged. So, for example, I went by Nehemiah's restaurant, and that was like his dream.
Po' boys.
Po' boys. Brothers, and it's like Louisiana food. Look at that. Bam, I took that picture.
Now, mind you all, he went live, FaceTime me so I can see their kitchen and the whole setup. It's a well-oiled machine. They had order after order. Did they say they average like 500 to 800 a day?
Yeah.
Orders a day.
Dollar-wise.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's not bad. But
that is good.
If they were to bring that same if they were to bring that same concept here, they make it.
It's just that their dollars would go further.
Yeah.
The cost of living is ridiculous. We have now since we've been here, we've had people that's there talking about, man, we thinking about coming your way. The cost of living there is crazy because you're paying for that vacation weather. Yeah. Listen, you're paying for it. It's I think the highest tax state in the country with the highest taxes. But there's a lot now. There is a lot of programs out there that your taxes are paying for. Let me tell you.
Terrence has a good question. When should you put your dreams on hold?
Ooh,
I don't think there's ever a time that you put your dreams on hold. For me, you still have that. Your dreams are your desires. The desires still stay in your heart. So why not just keep them there?
Sometimes you have to put it on hold. Not saying not do it. Maybe have to revisit at a later time. Like if something major happens in your family that you have to deal with, like for instance with the situation with Christian's hip, we had plans. It had to halt.
But it's still so you may have to tweak your dream.
You might have to tweak it.
So like for example.
You have to be flexible.
Yeah, Christian wanted to be a football player. That was his dream, to be this big football player. But we're trying to. He had a leg issue, a hip. It wasn't like an injury where he got hit or anything, but he walks with a limp, and so the doctors are saying he needs a hip replacement. Yada yada yada. So his dream was always to be a football player. So as parents, we have to redirect his thinking. Okay, you may not play football. However, you can be in the football arena as far as you can coach.
Yep.
You can,
Defensive coordinator.
coordinators. You can own the team. You can do
Trainer.
I mean, although you're physically not out there on the field, you're still involved.
A part of the team.
You're right.
You're part of them, helping them to win or get better. You can be a statistician.
Yeah.
All that. It's so many ways. I mean, I even told him, I said, okay.
Yep.
Look who's all on the field. Look who's on the sideline. I want you to catch that. Who getting concussions and who's not. I'm just saying. I told him, I said, there's more than one ways to look at this. And you still a success, and you still, because that brother loves football.
Yeah.
And I told him, dude, you have such passion for it. Let that passion, open doors for you. And you be happy, and it doesn't feel like work.
Terrence said, who controls the dream? I think you control it.
Well, the Bible says, commit thy ways unto the Lord, and he shall establish it. I believe in that scripture. I'm telling you.
But it's in verse 4 it says, delight yourself in the Lord, and he should give you the desires of your heart.
But
desires,
delight. But
he said, who controls? So the dream is
but if
mine.
you're delighted, but you hand it over. God, what do we do with this dream that I have? How does this fit?
Yeah.
What's your plan? What is your plan? I have this in me for a reason. God, what is the plan? How do you get the glory out of this? How is your kingdom established in this? How can I do this and you get the glory?
Yeah, no, that's good.
We have to put them in the equation. Yeah. Seriously.
So one of my dreams was always to be, like, growing up, there's this one particular street in Gary, Indiana, that I used to drive down, and I was like, man, this would be a great shot for a movie, just driving down the street.
What street was it?
What's the street? Harrison? What's right next to Roosevelt? Harrison, I think. Going towards the Gleason from Roosevelt.
Yeah.
So it's just, that street was just, I don't know, it just
when
did
you come
something.
down the hill?
No, when you're heading to Gleason from Roosevelt.
Okay, you still got to go over that hill.
But no, it was just the houses in that little.
Oh yeah.
The way the trees fell, and
and especially at Christmas.
Yeah, so I always wanted to be like, and I didn't even know the term for it back then, but it's what we call DP, and it's director of photography. And a big shout out to the family of I forgot her name, but she was killed in an accident with Alec Baldwin. So condolences to her family. I forgot her name. Yeah. So she was what we call a DP, a director of photography. So what they do is the director of photography gets with the director, and they come up with, the director kind of like paints the vision, and it's up to the director of photography to actually put that on film, the director's vision. So the director of photography might have, different shots that they want to get and all this, and be really creative. So that's what I wanted to do. Lo and behold, that was my dream. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but this is called the slate, what you all always see on movie sets and stuff.
Which we got about probably 2 or 3 of these in the house.
One is fake, one is, and then I have a real.
It's just still, we got it.
Okay.
Fake or
so my name is right there on the right. I wasn't the director of photography for this one. Greg Johnson was, but this was. I see
your name right there though.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's like, man, like pursuing your dreams. If you want to go after, for me, it was just like, I want to shoot movies. I want to be creative. I want to just I want to put a story in a visual format, and so that was all a part of my dream.
Let Let me tell you something. You're really gifted in the area, and you know it's a passion. This brother can make a short movie, a short something, a long something out of anything. He took my brother eating Popeye's chicken, and did something with this trick on his phone, and we saw him eat it in slow motion. It made you a part of that. It was funny, but at the same time, it's like, man, that looked like some good chicken. Like it was like something for a commercial. See, now he has to find it. But I just think about, stuff like that when you can just take something simple, if it's now for me, it's cooking. Mm-hmm. I can take simple things and you know how they have those trick questions on, if you have $10, what you do out of it? Give me $10. I can give you a nice little feast. It's just knowing what to do with what you have and still make it feel good and do it in love. You can do it without thinking. You can do it in your sleep. He wakes up with ideas about film. I wake up with ideas about a recipe or how I can do something better. It becomes second nature for you. Then it's like, well, then why are you a nurse? That was also a dream too. Yeah. Although my first degrees is health administration and MBA in business, but I circle back to that.
Jen says that's exercising your dream like anything exercise will grow.
Well, are we at the end of this?
Yeah, we're going to be on about 30 minutes because both of us are tired. I'm jet lagged, but I just wanted to get on so that we can remain consistent on this show.
Absolutely. We love talking with you all, and yes,
my dream was to barbecue.
Yes, Terrence, and this little girl over here, she craved your barbecue when I was pregnant with her. Well, I ate so much of his barbecue when I was pregnant with Chloe. That was one of my cravings, and it was his barbecue. I couldn't go to anybody else's. It had to be his.
Can't go barbecue. To Woody's out in LA.
I couldn't. No.
What was the other?
It had to be. And Terrence, wasn't he barbecue for a minute, like every weekend? And then it was like, if he missed a Saturday, I would be like devastated. Mm-hmm.
We had to go all the way to the hood in Compton to get some barbecue. I mean,
we stayed
were like
in the far northern suburb.
I was scared to go in Compton.
I promise you. Did we get barbecue in Compton? Oh yeah,
well, he lived in Compton.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We had to go by his house. The streets were so narrow.
We used to go a lot on Sundays and Saturdays during the daytime hours.
In the daytime, yeah.
All right.
So
next week we're working on something. We got 2 things in the fire, but we'll keep you all posted. So whatever it is going to be a part 2 of something. So, we appreciate you all who tuned in. Some of you all left, but it's all good. You came back. Terrence said it became work. I understand that, Terrence. That's real, but I'm gonna tell you, you're good at it, brother. You're very good. I'm telling you, ribs like no other. Oof.
You should fly to Atlanta and cook some ribs for us. And then
my goodness. I'm telling you, Terrence, if you come here, I'm going to get you some pre-orders, brother, because your barbecue was good.
Yeah. Get on the plane now. All right. Well, that's good. Well, any final words, Carlette?
Hey, seek the Lord while he may be found. Call on his name. Pray. Spend some time with him. I don't care if it's 10, 15 minutes. Give him some time. Just tell him thank you. Or do little check-ins throughout the day. I'm good with them check-ins. Check-ins are just say, hey, I thank you. And whatever's on my mind, I release it. I thank you, Lord. I thank you what you're doing, how you're helping. I thank you for you being who you are, how you've been consistent to us. He likes that. Those are check-ins throughout the day. Do it. Try it. It changes your life. It becomes a regimen, becomes second nature to you.
All right. We are out of here. Love you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to both YouTube and Facebook. Peace.
Thanks for joining us this week on Chris and Carlette Live. Make sure to visit our website, chrisandcarlette.com. If you're on Facebook, share this broadcast. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our show. You may also find us on Apple Podcast, where you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Let us stay in contact with you by texting CNC Live to 474747. That's CNC Live to 474747.
CNC Live.